Hey everybody, Ultimate Oddball here. This week I'll be discussing a scientific review article looking at studies focused on the neuroanatomy of autism. Various studies have found a number of common differences and variations in the brain structures of autistic people. Some of these are volumetric in nature, while others are fine microstructural or cellular differences. I'll also be sharing some of the observations made by the writers of the review. The first area of the brain reviewed is the cerebellum, which is believed to be associated with a variety of cognitive functions as well as fine motor control and proprioception. Some studies have found volumetric decreases in a few areas in the cerebellum, while others have found none, and some have found volumetric increases, showing that this is not necessarily an area of consistency among all autistic people. An important point made is that because of the diverse nature of autism, patient selection can have a strong effect on the outcome of a study. The neurobiological basis for this is unknown and heavily debated in the scientific community. Next, the amygdala is discussed, which is associated with emotional processing. Various differences in volume of the amygdala have been reported, in addition to variations in neuronal cell densities, size, and number. Some studies indicate that these differences are age-dependent, with an increase in volume early on, often followed by a slowdown and/or decrease over time, possibly resulting in autistic adults having fewer neurons in the amygdala in some cases. There may also be issues in regulation of GABAergic and glutamatergic activity, which have been shown to be associated with social and asocial behaviors. The frontal cortex is another area which has been shown in studies to be atypical in autistic people. The frontal cortex is associated with a variety of cognitive functions including emotion, memory, learning, communication, and executive function. Cortical surface area, volume, and consistency have been found to vary between autistic people and non-autistic people. Various studies show overgrowth in the frontal cortex in the early years of life as well. Another study found that this was often followed by a decrease in later years. There is still a lot of debate as to the mechanism and effect of these differences. Another area of difference is in neuronal connectivity, which underlies all of the areas already covered. One hypothesis is that compositional differences and variations in mechanism affect the balance between inhibitory and excitatory neuronal activity. The other likely hypothesis proposes overconnectivity in specific areas of the brain to be a major factor. Long-range connectivity between parts of the brain is also different in autistic people according to a variety of studies. As with most areas of autism study, the exact mechanism and cause behind these differences is unknown, though a number of variations in gene expression having to do with the development of the brain have been noted. Due to the variability and immense scope of autism, many, including the authors, have pointed out that the mechanisms and factors which are a part of autism are likely not the result of one single neuroanatomical difference. They do note that the genes which have been found to be associated with autism tend to cluster, providing a general framework of affected areas of the brain. While I believe this type of research has its use, I also believe that too many studies are focused on finding the root causes of autism rather than helping autistic people. Meanwhile, a lot of autistic people have problems which aren't generally addressed or studied, especially the ableism which contributes to our low employment numbers, higher than average rates of experiencing violence and filicide, and everything else which one faces as an autistic person. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming by. Have a good day.
Hey everybody, Ultimate Oddball here. If you want to stay up to date with my videos, click subscribe. I release a new video on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do gaming commentary and review. I talk about my experiences on the autism spectrum, and I share my opinions and thoughts on a variety of matters. My hope is that, through my videos, I can help to dispel some of the misinformation, confusion, and negativity people have regarding autism. Thank you for helping me do that by watching these videos.